Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are doing a 30-day shuffle transformation video. Welcome back. For those that don't know me, my name is Ade. I'm a music festival content creator. I have a blog and YouTube channel all about going to music festivals, and I have been shuffling since 2017, but I have felt that I've hit a plateau in my shuffling, to be quite honest. And so when the month of April started, I found out about a shuffle fitness challenge that was going to be a 30-day challenge, and you shuffle every day of the month or when you can and rise to the challenge and try and level up your shuffling. So I did that for the month of April, and I documented my progress every step of the way for you guys. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the challenge, what consisted of it, and I'm going to show you guys my progress and everything. And yeah, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to vibe with me and join the Vibe Tribe. You can also give this video a thumbs up. Find me on social media at Vibe with Ade. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I think that's it. So let's get into today's video. So a little bit about the challenge. So this was put on by Shuffle Fitness on Instagram, and it was put on by Alchemy Adventures and D Happy Dancer on Instagram. They are amazing people. They're so sweet. And so they put together this challenge. This was the first time that they were ever doing it. So I was kind of a part of the OG squad testing it out. And it was a group of 60 of us doing this challenge, but if you weren't in the group chats, you could participate and do the challenge otherwise, because they were posting the challenges every day to Instagram. And they would post what the challenge was, and then they would also include a couple tutorial videos if you needed to become a little bit more familiar with the move or the technique or anything like that. They would also include combos, choreography, stuff like that you could incorporate into your practice session. You didn't have to go with whatever the theme was for that day. If you just wanted to practice your shuffling, that totally worked too. However, I sticked with whatever the theme was for that day and did that theme. And then as you could see, as the days went on, you could just see how much more comfortable I was getting, and I was able to throw in a bunch of different moves within my shuffling. So that was a little bit about the challenge. What I would do is that I would take a couple videos, I would post them to my story, and then I would send it in our group chat. And if I needed like any advice on how to fix a technique or anything like that, the community that we had was super awesome, and everyone was so encouraging and so kind, and it was great to meet some other people and get to know some other people and also see how everyone else interprets moves and things like that and what music they're shuffling to. We had a playlist too as well. That was super helpful. I'm gonna roll the clips of the past 30 days so you guys can see progress for the past 30 days. And then I'm gonna talk about some things that I learned throughout the challenge. So if you're interested in doing a challenge like this, if you wanna level up your shuffling, we can talk about some of the things that I found helpful if you wanna do this in the future. Good morning, you guys. It is day 16. Today is about inspo, who inspires you, and shouting out those people. So I am shouting out 3 people today. I'm going to be shouting out Caitlin Glick. She is a subscriber of mine, and I met her at Electric Forest, and we've actually gotten like really close just through social media. She's so awesome, so sweet, and she's so good at shuffling. So I'm going to be shouting her out and kind of working on like musicality. She's so good with her arms, so good using the space and everything, and just kind of like feeling the song. So I'm gonna be doing a Nora En Pure song because she has this video with a Nora En Pure song that I got really inspired by. The next person is actually Caitlin's roommate, Becca, and I met her at Electric as well. With Becca, her flow is just like, like so good. Sorry if it's really loud with like cars going by, but her flow is just always really good, and she feels so many emotions. She has a video with a Lane 8 song, so I'm going to be doing a Lane 8 song with that, because that's where I feel like I can feel and flow the most, is to a Lane 8 song. I picked a couple, so we'll see which one I like best. And then the last person is Amy Conti. She actually went to Arizona State. I think she graduated like 2 years before me, or a year before me or something, and she like lives in New York, and she found my page, and like we have so much in common, and she's so fucking good at shuffling. I always think of like more uppity bass house and like uppity stuff with her, so I picked 2 songs. I picked a Gorgon City song, and then I picked On My Mind by Diplo and Side Piece. So we'll see which one I kind of vibe with the most.
You're mine. Every time that you smile, I'm fine. So happy that our sparks to life. I got you. Oh.
looking back on that footage, like I look at day 1 and I look at day 30 and it's just so crazy to me. I feel like I'm a lot more confident in my shuffling. I'm a lot more sure of myself. I can flow a lot better. I'm like in the rhythm of it and the groove of it. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I could definitely tell. I could feel the difference, like as I'm shuffling and just getting in the groove of everything. I'm like, whoa, like I'm even shocking myself, you know what I mean? So I am really glad I was able to take on this challenge, and I am really excited to keep on shuffling. I did take a couple videos so you guys can see the exact same song side by side and kind of see the difference. I did that to Free Your Body by Chris Lake, and then So Hot by Annabelle England, the MK remix. So I'm gonna roll those videos as well so you guys can see the side by side progress. What I learned. So I have 5 tips for you guys if you guys are interested in doing a shuffle challenge, what I found was the most helpful. So number 1, stretch before and after. This is exactly like a workout. I was working out twice a day basically because I would do a workout in the morning and then I would shuffle in the afternoon. And it was basically like my cardio for the day. And just like a muscle, you need to stretch it out, you need to practice, but you also need to stretch before and after. So they had some dynamic stretching videos that they did send to us. It's on their Instagram profile. It's on a story highlight, so I definitely recommend checking that out. But yeah, stretching before, stretching after is so, so important. Towards the end of the challenge, my ankles started getting really sore because of the T-step move and the Charleston. Your feet are constantly turning like this. And then same thing if you're doing like a cowtail. My ankles started getting so sore, and also doing spins was another thing because I love doing spins, but I spin predominantly on my left foot and I have my right foot drive the spin, and so my ankles were getting really sore. But then stretching a lot more before and stretching after has helped a ton. Number 2, when it comes to finding motivation, make sure that you're setting aside some time to shuffle. I think putting it on a calendar, putting it on a planner, setting a reminder for yourself. Make sure that you carve out that time to shuffle. I carved out the time that I normally would be commuting back from work. So it kind of helped out that in this quarantine, I'm not commuting to work, so I could dedicate that time that I would be in a car to shuffle. I put a block on my calendar. This is the time I'm dedicating to shuffle. I put an hour. I wasn't shuffling for the full hour, but that gave me enough time to stretch and play around with stuff and have breaks in between like my little sessions and stuff like that. You can shuffle 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, whatever it may be. I just booked out an hour just so I had enough time to give myself, especially if we had a choreo or a combo to learn. That just gave me enough time to learn it. And another thing for motivation, I had a playlist called Today's Shuffle on my Spotify that would just be the songs I wanted to shuffle for that day. That helped keep me motivated because I had an idea of what songs I wanted to do. It had me excited because I was excited about the songs that I wanted to shuffle to. I also made sure to have a song that was like a stretching song, so maybe like a 6-minute, 7-minute lane 8 song, deep house song or something, just so I gave myself enough time to stretch and do those stretches. And I knew, okay, by the time that this song is done, we can warm up a little bit more and get to shuffling, you know what I mean? I also incorporated different BPMs in this playlist. My big tip when it comes to starting out shuffling is do slower BPM songs. I will link a couple of playlists down below for you guys for those slower BPM songs, but that is what's going to help you get the basic technique down, and then you'll be able to build up to the higher BPM. So aim for songs that are around the 100, maybe 110 mark BPM. If you just Google the song name and then BPM, you'll be able to see what that BPM is. A lot of the house songs range in the 122, 125, and then bass house kind of gets to 125, 128. and then techno is up there at like the 130s sometimes. That's typically what I was finding. So I'll organize the playlist on Spotify so it starts out with my stretching song and then the slower BPM songs and then the higher BPM songs, because as I want to speed up the move and kind of get more used to it, have that muscle memory, start recognizing a faster move, then it would kind of help me build up to that. Sometimes I didn't get through my full playlist. Sometimes my legs got so tired by the end of it, and that's totally okay. Number 3, so with the challenge, they do have you record yourself. So I recommend taking that very seriously and recording yourself, whether it be on your phone, a camera if you have one, anything that you might have, use that. That is going to help you see how it's translating across, and that way you can watch yourself and know for next time if you need to adjust something or if something was off, how you can perfect that move the next time. Similarly, if you have access to a mirror, that's really helpful. I was using my door and our windows as a mirror so I could physically see what I was looking like. I've seen people take down, like, if you have a hanging mirror, like one of those cheap Walmart or Target ones that are like 10 bucks, they would put it down at their feet so they could at least see their feet. I did that when I first started shuffling, and I've done that in a couple other videos that I've shown you guys where I talk about shuffling. But having something to visualize what you're doing is gonna help you get better and see, okay, that cow tail looks a little off, let me fix it on the next round, you know what I mean? And I would definitely be able to see in the videos, like, some mistakes that I made, and I just know for next time like how I can better flow between those different moves. And it also shows you guys progress, so you're able to document that progress. Like, I'm able to show you guys day 1 and day 30 and all the steps in between. I think it's really cool to look back on. Even if you're not going to post those videos, it's just something for you to look back on a year later and see how far you've progressed. Number 4, take rest as needed. I know with a challenge, it's like you want to do the 30 days back to back to back, but for me, that was not ideal because I was working out twice a day. Basically, I was working out in the morning and then shuffling in the evening. So I took rest days very seriously. I took rest days on Sunday, and luckily it worked out to where I could put 2 challenges together. So if I took off day 7, I would put day 7 and day 8 together, because usually they were moves that kind of went well together. Or what our challenge did was one day would be a challenge on the Charleston, but then the next day it would be Charleston combos. So I'm still practicing the Charleston move, but then I'm able to incorporate these combos as well. So that worked out really well. My ankles starting to hurt towards the end, my feet starting to hurt towards the end because this was my first time shuffling consistently. I definitely prioritize those rest days, so don't feel guilty, don't feel bad. You don't need to complete the challenge right away on time. Do it on your time. Also, life just comes up, you know what I mean? I know we all have crazy work schedules probably, or you might have some weird stuff going on with this quarantine, which is totally okay. So just do what you can. I really liked that Alex and Dean, who were the creators of this challenge, were really honest about that and transparent about, like, it's okay to take rest days, because especially for me, when I set my mind to something, I'm so freaking determined, and I was getting so antsy wanting to finish this challenge, and I still finished it a day later, which isn't a big deal. But I was just so pumped and excited about this challenge and finishing the challenge. But I knew that, like, my ankles needed rest, because if I didn't, then they're just gonna keep on hurting and I might risk myself further injuring it, and I just didn't want to do that. So rest as needed. The final tip I have for you guys, if you're interested in doing a shuffle challenge or just shuffling in general and starting to practice yourself, have fun with it. Don't take it so seriously. There were so many days at the beginning where I was getting so hard on myself and I was just wanting it to be perfect, and like getting rid of that mentality just helped me have so much more fun. If you guys see in some of the videos that I did on my story, or in some of the videos I included, I added like little hops at the end because I was just so excited that I like nailed it, or I felt really good about it. So just make sure you're having fun with it and laugh at yourself if you mess something up. Don't get down on yourself if it looks weird or if you didn't have a good day. It's gonna be a roller coaster. You're gonna have really good practice sessions, and then you're gonna have ones that you're not feeling it. My legs got really tired towards the middle of it, and then also like some days I just wasn't feeling it, but shuffling really did become a really great mental release for me, and I stayed motivated also because I was sitting at a desk all day and I just wanted to get up and move, because I had been sitting at a desk all day, Like I go for daily walks, but just getting up and moving my body just feels really good, and I hope you feel that same way when you start shuffling. But just make sure you keep it fun, don't take yourself so seriously, and we all start somewhere. Like I saw a Instagram story from Van Secco of like one of her videos from 2016 or something like that. And she was a total beginner. Like we all start somewhere, and she's put in so many hours of practice to get to where she is today. So don't feel pressured that, oh, I don't look like this shuffler or that shuffler. They all started at the same spot as us, and it's a great place to look up to them and work towards that, but know that it's okay if you don't look like that right away. Just be sure to have fun with it, keep it lighthearted, go easy on yourself and whatnot. Alrighty, so where do we go from here? I am taking a break for a week since I finished the challenge yesterday, and I am taking a week off just to give myself that break, and then I am going to hop back onto the May challenge when I can. So since they post the challenges to their Instagram, Shuffle Fitness, I can just look at their Instagram, see what the challenge is for that day, and then maybe do it out on my balcony when I'm practicing. A lot of these shufflers are doing online classes, so I'll list what I can down below for you guys that I know of that have been hosting online classes, so you guys can follow them on Instagram. You can stay tapped into what they're doing and stuff like that. But yeah, I might take some of those classes, maybe take some one-on-one lessons. Who really knows? But I think this was such a good first step for me. Like I said, I've been shuffling since 2017. I have a video about how to start shuffling if you're interested that I'll put up here. I don't think I'm at the level of doing tutorials just yet, but maybe one day, so we'll see on that. But yeah, I am excited to keep on shuffling, and by the time shows come back, festivals come back, your girl is gonna light up the freaking dance floor, and I'm so stoked about it. The amount of progress I made in 1 month, I am so happy with, and I'm so grateful for. And I want to shout out Dean and Alex for putting this together. You guys are so awesome, and it was amazing. I just enjoyed it, and it was such a great way to take my mind off of the craziness that's been going on and just be totally present. So I just wanted to say thank you guys for that challenge, and I'm excited to keep on connecting and getting more involved in the shuffle community and keep on progressing and whatnot. I hope you guys liked this video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment it down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button to vibe with me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!